we're simplifying the story and we're assigning blame without understanding the full context of their relationship, well, we're not going to understand the full context of your relationship because we should not be understanding the full context of your relationship. Your relationship is an A-B conversation. Why is C the internet? Shout outs to the intro. Welcome to Rich Talks, podcast where we do music commentary, cultural commentary, deep dives, and just interesting topics in general. I'm your host, Unk, aka Ree. Now let's get into it. With so much going on lately, I wanted to start this episode off a little bit differently because I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a while, but I don't know what it is, but it seems like, it really does seem like this is the era of embracing villainy, and it's on us and it's in full effect, right? And here, let me just jump right off the freaking porch with this one. Let me get straight into it. Y'all remember in one of my first ever episodes that I ever dropped, when I started the pod, I had an episode that I jokingly had titled Al Qaeda Jada, right? And I at the time I had detailed a bit of my thoughts on why I thought Jada Pinkett Smith had basically shattered that immortal image that we all kind of had of what Will Smith is. Remember the movie I Am Legend? It's like she destroyed that entire perception of what it meant to be a legend. He's no longer a legend. You know what I'm saying, right? Basically our expectations at the time, completely circumvented. It just shattered to basically reveal a man that has been basically holding back this internal maelstrom that cannot ever really easily be subdued. You know what I mean? Imagine you're married, if you're not. Imagine your wife going on her own show, right? And revealing to the entire internet that she had what she dubbed an entanglement. Not only with another man, but more importantly, more specifically, the man just happened to be the best friend of your youngest son.
Nasty,
right?
Bitch.
Now, don't get me wrong, right? Because as time went on, my initial opinion, my initial thoughts on it had changed. Part of that was based on hearing different perspectives from other people after they heard the episode and heard my thoughts, and then they gave their own thoughts, right? So at the time I was thinking maybe I was being a little bit too harsh on Jada, and also basically by critiquing Jada so hard, I was inadvertently attacking Will as well, because just like with the Chris Rock slap situation, right? Just like at the Oscars, for most married men, their wife is, in a sense, an extension of themselves. It's the side of them that kind of it needs to be protected, needs to be defended and covered from all outside attack. You know what I'm saying? That's your home, that's your peace. You must protect your peace at all times. That's where the saying even comes from, right? So if you go after that man directly, he probably won't really care as much as if you were to go after his wife or his children, right? Because for most married men, that's, again, like, that's their heart, that's their home, that's their foundation. And you can't just attack a man's foundation and think you can walk away unscathed, right? Like, so after I say all that to say, like, so there was a bit of self-reflection, of course, right? But damn it, man, like, a part of me really kind of hates being right about things sometimes, right? Because honestly, I really do think that I was correct when I labeled Jada an emotional terrorist.
What did he say?
Let me explain to you why. See, like, recently, a clip from an interview that she did during her memoir press tour in 2023 for her book Worthy, right? I don't know why that clip just keeps circling around recently, but basically in that clip, she was addressing how the public had labeled her after the Red Table Talk entanglement episode. In the interview, she was basically saying that that she had been cast into the role of the cheater. I'm sorry,
he lied.
It wasn't a cast role.
You worship him.
That's what you did, right? In the public's narrative, right? While But what she was trying to do, like, to shoot herself some bail, I guess, she was saying that the situation was more complex.
You're a victim.
Fair. If the situation was more complex, then why would you bring the situation without all of its complexities to the internet in front of a live studio audience with your husband there for him to show his live reaction?
You're a victim
of you telling the world about this thing, right? Like, you know, because basically she had framed it as people were simplifying the story and were assigning blame without understanding the full context of their relationship. Well, we're not going to understand the full context of your relationship because we should not be understanding the full context of your relationship. Your relationship is an A-B conversation. Why is C, the internet, know so much about, like, what was going on between you two? Because you were the one that was revealing that. Now does that make any sense? Right? So now, before I go on even further, like, let me just interject this one little thing. The public is not supposed to ever know the full context of your relationship. It's private for a reason. It's not called public, it's called private. Like, sorry, I'm not even sorry. Why did I even say sorry? Jada, that sounded so dumb. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm saying that statement sounded so dumb. Like, the public didn't even know that y'all were legally separated since 2016 until, once again, y'all told the world that. Nobody even believed August Alsina until, again, you confirmed it on the Red Table Talk Show, right? So, like, the public shouldn't know the complexities, like any complexities of your family's relationship, right?
Nasty
this
bitch.
Isn't like, it's not the Truman Show, you know what I mean? You're not Truman Burbank, right? Like, Miss Ma'am, this is not the Truman Show. Why do we need to know every aspect of your life? Like, sometimes like when you talk about this, then and when you hear the rumors about, like, how Jada has been, like, jealous of the Kardashians for years. Like, things like this kind of give that rumor credence. Like, people would drop rumors for years that, the Smiths are trying to be like the Black Kardashians. You know what I mean? Like, is your addiction to attention, like, that severe that you would, like, be willing to sacrifice anybody to do it, right? Cause like, you know what? Like, let me at least shoot some bail here. Like, I do understand that you have to like word things in a way that will market or generate attention to your memoir, right? But like, why does it always have to be so scandalous? Like the wording of it. Why does the narrative around it always have to be so scandalous? Like, why did you actually have to discuss it in a way that embarrassed Will? Like, it literally did permanent damage to the brand that is Will Smith. Simply because the brand depends heavily on the perception of the fan base and the audience. And for you to skew our perception of who he truly is by like basically it was kind of like the Wizard of Oz moment, right? Like when they all went to see the Great Wizard and like pay no mind to the man behind the curtains, right? Like, Jada, you remove the curtains, and then we all just saw Will for who he is and was just like, huh?
What did he say?
You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't at all aided by the way that you frame things. Like, Will Smith's brand isn't. It's never gonna be the same again. Like, it's not the same anymore. It's never gonna be the same again. It doesn't have the same level of what's the word? Influence that it used to, right? And for someone like Will Smith, again, whose brand is very much tied to his public perception, it's unfortunate that like this is the way that things went. So like Jada's never going to escape the internet's narrative that you don't even love Will. You only chose him because Tupac didn't want you. Like, yo, you know what? I just listened to that back in my head. That really sounded harsh. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that actually really did sound mad. Right. But nah, for real, like, remember when All Eyes on Me, the biopic dropped? It was a terrible biopic. Like, y'all should have done Tupac way more justice than that. Like, All Eyes on Me was terrible. Notorious was terrible. Y'all need to do better with these biopics, man. Shoutouts to Michael Jackson biopic. That, woo. Anyways, when the All Eyes on Me biopic dropped back in 2017, I think at the time Jada had done an interview where she was like, yo, I hate to say it, but like she was ugly crying on there.
What did he say?
Like, you don't ugly cry for somebody that's not like Jada. This is emotional terrorism. Why are you publicly ugly crying for a man that is A, not your husband, B, not a member of your family, C, not even one of your children? Like, yet you can ugly cry on camera for him.
He lied.
Yeah, R.I.P. Tupac. Like,
y'all niggas worship him.
I mean, I ain't gonna ugly cry for Tupac. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's a little suspicious, ma'am. Like, it's a little suspicious. And your constant reframing of certain narratives in a way, in ways that are like harmful to Will himself in order to either promote your own stuff or just to create chaos.
Nasty bitch.
It's a bit messed up to me, right? But you know what else is funny? Like, Jada is not the only one that's kind of guilty of subbing her husband to raise her own public perception or like to sell something.
He lied.
Witnessed this.
Y'all niggas worship
like
him.
The likes of Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, and funny enough, like the biggest controversy surrounding Aisha Curry is ironically also tied to Jada as well. Like, it was back when Aisha appeared on an episode of Red Table Talks in 2019, where she started comparing the fact that Steph, her husband, gets a lot of attention from women, but for herself, She said, I have zero male attention and I begin to internalize it. Like,
You're
is
a
something
victim.
wrong with me? Like, ma'am, Aisha, are you for real? Like, sometimes I feel like, all right, sometimes I really do feel like women like to create chaos when things are too peaceful.
What did he say?
Some women, whoa. Let me fix that up real quick.
You're a victim.
I feel like sometimes some women like
He
to
lied.
create chaos
Y'all need to
when
worship
things are
him.
too peaceful. For one, why would you openly say this on the internet when it will just like literally invite the worst types of dudes to start trying to show you attention? Like, I bet she definitely got an uptick in like of troll comments or perverts, and all of a sudden like thinking, oh, she said that. Like maybe she's not happy in her marriage, so let me shoot my shot real
He
quick. You know what I'm
lied.
saying? Like, you don't want to
Y'all
open
need to worship
doors
him.
for these potential problems down the line. You got to think of the long-term effects of the things that you guys are saying in these interviews that get a lot of views, because again, you are public facing. You are tied to somebody whose brand is their life, right? So, but you know what? That's for the Aisha Curry situation. That's really kind of light in comparison
Stop the cap.
to Miss Al-Qaeda Jada, or
What did
the
he
next
say?
person I kind of wanted to bring up. Right? It's, you know, it's kind of like this next person like definitely read Jada's book and thought, yeah, let's take this playbook and use it, right? I kind of want to talk about, this one's important. I want to talk about the situation with comedian Akash Singh and his wife Jasleen. Now, let's start off by saying I like Akash. I've been listening to Flagrant since its inception, like when it was still called Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets. It was supposed to be a sports podcast. You know, things evolve, right? Things evolve. Even like when they still had Kaz on there. Shout outs to Kaz. Man, Flagrant used to be like so entertaining. But damn. I don't even know how I'm gonna bring this up, man. Like, when the internet starts giving you nicknames like Cuck Cash Singh and Indian Will Smith, like,
What did he say?
and when they start calling your wife Jada Pinkett Singh, you know there's a problem. Like, you know there's something going on. Like, one thing about Flagrant Podcast fans, aka the asshole army, we're very loyal to those guys and only want to see them succeed, right? So it was kind of a bit of a huge blow to the fan base when the whole controversy with his wife basically started happening.
He lied.
So
Y'all
before
need
we
to
even
worship him.
start on like the controversy, let me just start by saying Akash Singh is a great comedian. Contrary to what some people might view of him as Andrew Schultz's sidekick or the laugh track for all the unfunny jokes that they throw on the podcast, but the issue comes in the fact that a lot of his early stand-up routines were effectively centered around jokes relating to his wife, right? Like similar to like a Kevin Hart, or like a lot of comedians use their spouses as the focal point of their comedy, right? Which is fine, right? And like, but like a lot of the narrative that kind of followed Akash was the fact that he would constantly praise and emphasized the fact that he and his wife were both virgins.
He
when they got
lied.
married. And,
Y'all niggas worship
and that
him.
She held him down when he was broke, and all of the compliments of how wonderful she is. Right, cool. Like, no problems with that, right? But then, like, because, you know, everything was going great for him until his wife decided to start leaning into her own content creation journey, let's call it that, right? Last year. And many of the things that she had that she talked about or posted about ended up going viral. But not for anything good either. Like, for example, she had a viral clip where she was like reminiscing about her days in college, and she decided to just let out those intrusive thoughts that you get when reminiscing about something, right? I don't even know how to bring this up, man. Like, yo, this woman straight up said, sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. And, you know, like, at first you hear that and you think, oh, that's not bad, right? So, because we all get, like, nostalgic, of course, for, like, the good old days. Sure. And then, like, 2 or 3 seconds after saying that, she blurts out, I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate.
What did he say?
An idiot. Oh, I can't help it. I like to do impressions.
He lied.
While I'm here,
him.
let's discuss some of the other wildly viral statements that she made. That then we can kind of break them down a little bit afterwards. But like, another viral moment of hers was on a podcast she had that she basically started with her now former friend, and we'll get to that later because the podcast started off innocent enough, right? Because the concept was supposed to be just basically unfiltered girl talk, right? The name of the podcast. What was the name of the podcast? I don't remember. If I remember, I'll mention it. But like, all of the clips that ended up going viral, none of it was done live. Like, they did not just like do a live podcast and then like they couldn't like take back what they said and edit shit out afterwards. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that basically tells me that y'all had time to not only record and edit out anything that could have been adverse, like that could have adverse implications or potentially embarrassing consequences. You could have removed that before you posted it, but nah.
He lied.
Y'all chose to post it. And she had like one viral clip that I personally feel is blown out of proportion, so I will shoot her some bail here. But again, like, we're flagrant fans. We're flagrant. Like, we're the asshole art. That's why we're called the asshole army. The asshole army is a very protective of like the flagrant crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, very, very protective. And maybe we have like a parasocial relationship with them in that regard, and that might be a little bit unhealthy for certain asshole army members.
Nasty
but
bitch.
I guess, like, you know, like some of the flagrant fans, like, I guess they're so protective that they feel the need to protect these guys' image even from their own spouses. You know what I'm saying? Because she said something like, what did she say? This is probably a joke. She said, his money is our money and my money is my money. I could tell that was a joke, like, right? In a vacuum, that statement sounds a bit gold digger-esque, but like, guys, like, this is the relationship dynamic for most married couples, and most of them likely prefer it that way anyway. It's just, it does actually sound kind of crazy when said out loud like that, right? Especially when your husband for the longest time in his stand-ups makes you seem like such a perfect individual that's not even a concept that you would even want to consider.
He lied.
But then you
Y'all
just
niggas
like
worship him.
completely destroy that narrative of your husband's entire comedy special. Like, what? Well, like, yo, the most viral clip that she had from that podcast, man, to me, I think that was the last straw for like all the Akash fans in the asshole army, because she essentially became public enemy number one to Akash fans after this one. In one viral clip, she quote unquote jokingly answered a fan question about threesomes. And she basically stated that she was actively trying to have an orgy with her co-host's husband.
What did he say?
While her co-host is basically laughing hysterically about it the whole time, make it seem like, oh, it's a joke, as if that's supposed to emphasize that, yeah, it's all jokey. But then, you know what? Maybe this is why she's not a comedian. Maybe why she's not the comedian in the relationship, because there's a point where you can just like drag a joke too long and it becomes no longer funny. Haha. Like, you know what? Like, it's no longer funny, haha. It's funny. But then you give the shifty eyes, right? Like, sarcastic funny. It's like, yeah, I'll laugh. I'm not really laughing. You're dead inside type of laugh.
You're a victim.
She basically continues the joke about the threesomes or the orgies by stating how good looking of a couple her co-host and her husband are. Then proceeds to start giving the wildest compliments about another woman's husband, mind you. Like, she literally says, and ayo in advance, but this is a quote. She said, I just know his dick is like at least 10 inches.
What did he say?
Yo, why? Yo. She also mentioned that his face card never declines. His body goes T, whatever the hell that means. What does body going T mean?
Nasty
Like,
bitch.
can y'all explain to me exactly what somebody means when like, oh, body's tea? I don't get that. We all drink tea, guys. Like, what do y'all mean when you say the body goes tea? I don't get that. Anywho, and then she had some more things that just like, it basically just made her own husband look like the biggest cuck in the room, right?
You're a victim.
Not to mention the fact that she actively, there's clips upon clips upon clips upon clips of them, like basically Akash trying to show some PDA, right? Trying to kiss his wife, and every instance of it, you see she's literally actively turning her head away from Akash in every instance. Like, not one of those clips showed them like just normal couple kiss. No, she turns her head every instance. It's like, yo, do you not like your husband? That's the look that it gives, right? And as a public facing person like Akash Singh, a comedian, that's not something that you can be, you know?
He lied.
I don't think we've ever actually seen a single video of them publicly kissing without her turning away. There was even a clip, this one was actually egregious, where they were like renewing their vows or something. They were on a beach on somewhere, I don't even remember where, and this man gave her a new ring, right? Like, I guess like an even more expensive ring. Takes the ring And as soon as he goes to kiss her, she turns her head and then just starts like zoning in on the ring. Like just basically focusing specifically on the ring. That's I'm saying, like we just observe certain things and it makes it look a certain way, right? So it is beyond embarrassing to watch sometimes because we get secondhand embarrassment. How are we getting secondhand embarrassment? We know nothing about the guy's relationship. That's crazy.
He lied.
And I feel like it was kind of exacerbated by the fact that guys on the Flagrant podcast have some issues. Like they've had issues with like other people, like Fresh and Fit, the infamous Red Pill podcast, known for its two hosts, Amaru Fuddle, better known to the world as Myron Gaines, aka Fit, and Walter Weeks, better known as Fresh or Fresh Prince CEO, whatever he calls himself. Fresh and Fit are a dating and red pill advice podcast that basically garnered a massive online presence and fan base due to some of their more controversial things that they do that ended up going viral, which usually constituted of the host Myron aggressively arguing with the female guests, and oftentimes their fan base seemed to enjoy when Myron would Frank Castle a guest, which is basically him berating the guest and then kicking them off the show while they're live on air, right? So they consider that Frank Castling somebody.
Nasty
Nonsense.
bitch.
Anyways, so in January 2022, Andrew Schultz and Akash they actually had Fresh and Fit on an episode of a Flagrant, and at the time that the episode, I remember that episode too. It was titled Fresh and Fit Expose Their Views on Women, right? Now, Flagrant is usually like kind of known for their very jokey and lighthearted. Like they're well known for being very jokey and lighthearted with their guests, right? But something about this particular episode, it kind of seemed a little bit off because the episode very quickly turned into like a tense debate rather than like comedy podcasters having fun with their guests like they usually do, right? And I will say, like, a lot of the fans of both podcasts noticed the differences, because at first with Flagrant it was just them reacting to clips in a joking manner. But when after they appeared, after Fresh and Fit appeared on the show, for some reason, like this, we got like a completely different Akash on the show that day when they were on the episode, because usually Akash was like slowly being relegated to like sidekick position, like the human laugh track.
You're a victim.
But like he was very, very direct with them in that episode and he would directly address them about how he felt about what they said about dating black women. Like Akash basically said, like, what I find corny as fuck is my preference is not my women. And honestly, I kind of fucked with Akash on that, like, because he basically told them that y'all can't hide behind the term preferences when you're actually making broad negative claims about a group of women and calling them out of their names. Like, how you gonna call women like watermelonishas and just ridiculous shit and just negatively talking about black women in negative manner, but you won't say the same thing about all the other women.
Boo this man!
And then you just say, oh, no, that's my preference. So then how come when it comes to talking about black women, that's when you're talking all that shit and then claim that it's your preference, right? So I agree with Akash on that. And he also told them that they were insecure and childish for their views that they have. He also called them out for giving relationship advice when neither of them had ever been in a serious relationship themselves.
You nasty.
Again, like, yo, Akash was on point. He was on point. Like, everything he was saying was pretty factual. And at the same time, he was highlighting the fact that Akash not only dates just his own ethnic group, but that he also married the one girl that he's been with in his entire life, right? So based off that seemingly mortal grandstanding stance that Akash had against those two, it's almost like everyone suddenly created this idea of like who Akash must be outside of the podcast, which is a guy who loves his wife and is someone that stands on business, right? So anyway, let's just get to what makes his wife a villain. Like, I mean, besides some of the things I mentioned already about the threesome talk and the orgy shit, so right now I remember Jasline's podcast. It was called The Main Character Pod, and 100% just gave off main character energy because it was basically supposed to be a podcast where her and her friend talk about girl stuff, or they say it's girl stuff. But like, yo, honestly, I had no idea that girl stuff means that y'all be talking about what you think the size of your co-host husband's one-eyed monster is. Yo.
Nasty bitch.
Yo. This is dirty. Anyway. So remember the tension I mentioned between Flagrant and Fresh and Fit podcast, right? Well, a few months ago, out of the blue, Akash Singh tweeted at Myron Gaines with like a clip from when Fresh and Fit were on the podcast, and he put the caption, "My man out here getting triggered by jokes? How ironic. Well, don't worry about me, Myron. I got no issues putting a bitch in her place, for example." And then it shows the clip. I'm gonna say that was very well done. Like that was. I mean, I don't think there was any reason to just like throw that out there out of the blue, but damn, yo, he cooked him. He cooked him with that tweet. He cooked him. Jeez. Cause like, again, Akash was basically, the clip was basically showing that their message is corny.
What did he say?
And, yo, like, fair is fair. Fair is fair. And man, oh man, Akash, you should not have done that, to be honest, because when Myron hit back in a series of tweets with clips of Akash's wife on her podcast saying all of those wild things, and man, the secondhand embarrassment was off the charts. Because, man, I'm sure you've probably seen or heard some of the clips by now, but if you haven't, just go on YouTube right now. YouTube Akash Singh's wife, 10 inches.
What did he say?
That's Akash, AKAASH. Akash's wife, 10 inches. It'll probably pop up in the YouTube when you put in Akash's wife. Yo, that actually sounds crazy. Akash's wife, 10 inches. Yo,
nasty bitch.
Context. The context is insane. But yeah, man, it really gets wilder because there's actually an episode of the Main Character Podcast where the ladies' respective husbands are literally both on the episode, sitting on the same couch. And somehow, y'all, Jasline, once again, but this time to me, it was even worse this time because you're emasculating your husband directly in front of him to an audience that consists of the literal internet, right? Like, because after that clip dropped is when it felt like the internet call-outs and the quote-unquote Indian Will Smith nickname started to form, the Jada Pinkett sings, because then it proceeds to get even worse, right? Because Akash tried to appear unbothered. Like, he still showed up to Flagrant episodes like nothing had happened, and he was even promoting his Radio City Music Hall show in New York. But even a simple promo post about his biggest comedy show to date was not enough because the comments were killing him, man. Like, unfortunately, Jasline's attempt to deflect didn't really help anything either because she started dropping some TikTok videos that she talked about everything. Like she was basically talking about everything except taking accountability for the things that she had said.
He lied.
And instead she seemingly kind of attacked the critics, calling all the critics little bitch beta boys, doing whatever these fucking men tell you. Let me say that again. She said to the critics, she called them little bitch beta boys, doing whatever these fucking men tell you.
You're a victim.
Yeah, like that's gonna go over real well with trying to fix the issues that your husband is running into. That's definitely gonna go way. That's gonna go over well with your husband's fan base. Really, great idea, Jasline. And at this point, I think it's all a humiliation ritual.
What did he say?
In order to maybe take the next leap in his comedy career. Because, again, I don't have any facts. Like, I don't have any facts to back that up. This is just my tinfoil hat theory, my conspiracy brother theory. Shout outs to Undercover Brother. If you know, you know. Yeah, it's my tinfoil hat theory. But like, yeah, my theory is that almost all the big successful comedians, Dave Chappelle included, yes, I'm saying Dave Chappelle included, all did some form of humiliation ritual and suddenly they were successful. Remember how, because again, I'm saying Dave Chappelle too, because like, y'all remember how Dave Chappelle said that one of his reasons for quitting the Chappelle show was because they wanted him to put on a dress? Well then, can he explain that scene in that movie Robin Hood Men in Tights where his character was in a dress? Or what about that old Howard Stern skit where he was in a dress?
What did he say?
Or what about back in 1996 when Martin Lawrence seemingly went a little crazy, ran out on the street with a pistol in his pocket, randomly yelling at cars, fight the establishment, and that they are trying to kill him? What happened there? The Wayans brothers and White Chicks? Terry Crews always playing the hyper masculine but secretly down low character in most of his movies as well. And then when he talked about being sexually assaulted by a male executive, everyone kind of brushed that under the rug like it wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? And then like what was it, like a year or two after, that's when the whole Me Too movement started. Like, yo, like I could go on, but I'm just saying, like y'all don't find that suspicious? Dr. Umar voice, you don't find that suspicious? You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, back to Akash, man. Like, so to try to save face, I guess, the Flagrant crew had Akash's wife on the pod, and man, that episode was absolutely brutal. That was so brutal. Like, all they did was like feed her softball questions in a manner that allowed her to basically walk back all of the nonsense that she had said online. Meanwhile, the whole time we could see Akash sitting in what fans jokingly deemed the cuck chair.
He lied.
Looking like
him.
Will Smith looked on that episode when Jada was talking about the entanglement. Like, it paralleled each other. It looked very familiar. Like the man really did look like Will Smith in that moment. Just like, I don't know, man. Like it feels like there's a look, and there's a specific look, and I'm gonna call it cuck face.
What did he say?
He was just doing cuck face.
Boo this man!
Yeah, so let's go with that. It was cuck face. But honestly, the reason I even call this a humiliation ritual of sorts is because even after the damage control podcast episode that they did with Vasaline on there, it kind of felt like the humiliation ritual was like not ready to end yet, because Vasaline went on another podcast, talked about the entire ordeal, and again continued to deflect any criticism of her, telling listeners that they're the ones taking the intention of the video in a completely the wrong way, and also blaming it on misogyny, blaming it on bot farming, and that her tongue-in-cheek commentary are being taken literally, which means it isn't a problem with her, but a problem with the listener who takes it.
He lied. Y'all need to worship him.
You know, I'm just gonna say something that I heard Charlemagne say to Andrew Schultz on the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Yo, people should just keep their wives off the internet, man. Like, if you're famous and your wife is not, like, just keep her off the internet, because like this is what happens when your wife has main character syndrome.
What did he say?
Your entire brand is based on the perception of how people perceive you. Because she just like took down the entire kingdom, the Akash Singh's kingdom. Like, what's he gonna do now? Well, I mean, like, he's still a comedian, right? So he's probably still gonna do shows, but I just find it interesting that she's talking about the consequences of her own actions as being misogyny.
He lied. Y'all need to worship
this
him.
woman has really done irreparable damage to her own husband's public image for free. That podcast she started with her friend, they don't even upload anymore. Actually, it's quite possible that they're no longer even friends because of all the negative attention that is now tied to that podcast. And then you have Akash now seemingly on his Will Smith Oscar slap tour of sorts, you know, because he's been avoiding the podcast ever since.
What did he say?
Episode. He hasn't appeared on the show in a long time, and it's very telling, because he's doing interviews and other podcasts to promote his comedy tour. He was saying that he was staying away from social commentary for a while, and that this is the best part. This part is his Will Smith slap moment, right? He appeared on a podcast recently, hosted by a Hot 97, and of course, once again, defended his wife, saying that she's not a comedian, so her jokes just didn't land.
He lied.
And also,
y'all need to worship him.
He kind of made veiled threats of sorts. You know what I mean? Like, he said, there's certain people that it's like, I don't know if it's on site or not, but I think God will give you yours. And, you know, I kind of try to remember that there's a side of me that's like, and maybe it's a short guy thing, but I really identify with Kendrick Lamar, where it's like, if we want beef, I'll destroy everything. I'll burn everything down.
What did he say?
Well, I got some bad news for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Vasaline's way ahead of you in that department, because he just actually recently admitted, after months of everyone speculating, like, because this man hasn't even appeared on the Flagrant podcast ever since that Vasaline episode, right? So there must be some stuff going on behind the scenes that nobody's talking about because, but us fans, like we've noticed, we've been speculating. The fans are really good at reading these tea leaves.
What did he say?
It was finally revealed on like a recent episode of the podcast that Akash is officially stepping away from Flagrant. And so just to focus on his comedy career, right? So yeah, it's kind of hard to determine who destroyed their husband's career more for me. Is Jada or Vasaline? What? J or J? Wow, what their names start with? You know what? Let me shut the fuck up before I get Oscar slapped up too. Now there is another villain that I kind of wanted to you know what? I'm gonna save that for another episode. I will save that one for another episode. And I think the ones who know me know who I'm probably hinting at I want to discuss in that villain squad. But I'll hold off. But I do want to announce I do want to announce the return of the Nasty Files.
Nasty bitch.
Woo! It's gonna be epic. This is going to be an epic one. The epic return of the Nasty Files, because this one in particular, the feature or the target of this Nasty Files episode that's gonna be coming up real soon is that nasty weirdo D4 vid. Remember that? Remember that piece of shit? Yeah. I bet y'all are hearing all about that shit now. Yo,
nasty
but honestly,
bitch.
I'll just say this guy may actually be one of the worst human beings to ever gain fame or notoriety of any kind. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna go into the details yet because again, this needs an entire episode to itself. Because I got a lot to say. But I will leave you with this. Let's just say they found 40 terabytes of illegal videos across all of this guy's devices.
What did he say?
So much so that they had trouble uploading it to the court system. I'm saying illegal videos, but I think you guys can read between the lines of what I'm trying to say. They found 40 terabytes of CP. Yeah.
Nasty bitch.
Videos with children.
What did he say?
40 terabytes worth. I don't think you guys really understand what a terabyte is. You know, that's 1,000 gigabytes. You know how many gigs it takes just to load an operating system? Like your Windows computer probably only uses 30 gigs to install all of Windows. There's 1,000 gigabytes in 1 terabyte. Now imagine 40 of those. 40,000 gigabytes of CP.
Nasty bitch.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys, the Nasty Files are coming back and they're coming in hot because of this sick fuck, right? Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. This was a fun little update episode, if I do say so myself. Anywho, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comments as well. Please hit up those comments. And of course, don't ever forget to salute to the outro. Peace.